morning, everyone. Welcome to Padres Motor Vlog. Wanted you to see my view from my window last night. Pretty scrubby, but has its own beauty. Been seeing a lot of this kind of scrubby landscape. Heading to the coast today, but just thought I'd show you my digs and share with you a few of the highlights of my gear. Hey, this shark helmet's been performing really well. Saved my face from a bug yesterday. Good stuff. And this little U-Clear has been filling my head with tunes and taking calls from my wife. This Wild Heart bag, so good. The Old Spice deodorant, real good. The Voost, I'm on the Voost. Lots of good gear. Boots have been performing. I'm gonna change my laces today. And the tent's been fantastic. So, and well, shout out to Mal from the Country Coffee Cruisers. Big shower. He had mentioned to me, make sure you take lots of long hot showers, and I've been doing that, and it's been great. So shout out to you, Mal. Thank you for that. There's Bluey. That's where she slept last night, and she's actually looking pretty good, not too dirty. Might be able to get away with one more day without a bath. So yeah, stopped here in Norseman last night, and today we'll be heading on to a town called Esperance, which I'm told is really nice. It's only a couple of hours ride today, which is good, because I don't know if I could take another 7 or 8 hour ride, but doing pretty well. Just wanted to share that I have been talking to people along the way, and talked to a couple of guys yesterday, actually. Adrian, and then talked to another gentleman that I didn't catch his name. And we were talking about mental health, talking about how they're doing, and both of them were very open. These are rugged Western Australian men who you wouldn't think would be open to talking about some of those things, but they were. Matter of fact, they were quite open. The other gentleman that I didn't catch his name was even, asking me about my journey, and that was really good. I was really thankful that he was open to that. And then when I asked him about his, he said he had a very similar journey, but with a lot more dragons involved. I don't think he was talking about literal dragons, but I think we underestimate how powerful mental health is in the life of men. Anyone really, but if we're focusing on men's mental health, when it goes bad, it sends ripples through families, workplaces. It really can be a hard thing. Matter of fact, the statistics on people who are in prison, over 90% of people in prison have had a fatherless or a absent father as a part of their life. And the father's role, the man's role within the family system and within our communities and the workplaces is really important, and it's something that has been over the years overlooked and not really addressed. The fact that men need purpose in their life, they need to feel like they're making a difference, and they need to feel like they're appreciated and respected within those positions that they hold, whether it's in the family or workplaces or in the community. It's really important. These two gentlemen that I talked to yesterday, they actually left and ran away from places where they weren't feeling respected, and places where they weren't feeling valued. And they ran away to the wilderness, Western Australia, became truckers and workers out in the middle of nowhere. And they're finding that they're wandering in many ways. And so just wanted to give you some encouragement if you're dealing with mental health as a male, or maybe you're within a family unit or in the community, to reach out and connect with men, have conversations, talk about and value and respect people for what they're doing, and give them a sense of worth. And you do that by connecting with them and having conversations. And yeah, you have fun, make fun of each other, and all the rest of it, like I did with these gentlemen yesterday. But also, don't be afraid to talk about important things, and hear people's story and value them as individuals. That will do so much for their mental health, and they will feel at the end of the day, they will feel much better for it. So I'll be thinking about those guys today as I ride. I'll be praying for them. I'll be thinking about their journey, and seeing how it did quite affect me, talking with them and seeing where they had come from, and where they've ended up at the moment. So I look forward to you joining us on the ride today. Short one today. We'll show you a little bit, and maybe when we get not to Seduna, when we get to Esperance. It's a coastal town, so we'll be back to the ocean, which would be nice. Hopefully the wind won't be too bad, and we might be able to get some good scenes from those areas. Come along with me today, and we'll see what we can see. All right. It's time for new laces. Not like laces that are about to break. So, I'm not sure if you can see this, but this particular one's fraying. So, we are going to put some brand new ones in. They almost lasted. Well, we got probably 4 more days of travel, 4 or 5 more days. Boot laces almost made it to the end, but they didn't. I'm not a big fan of frayed laces. All right, gotta top this baby up, top bluey up with oil. Got our little funnel. Got our Yamalube. And going to just do a little bit at a time. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. And she's full. Well, I am on my way to Esperance, and we are well and truly in the red dirt area. Look at Bluey. standing there, proud as punch. Man, the flies are really bad here. So far, so good. The road's a bit bumpy. It actually reminds me of some of the frost heaves that we get in Alaska. Had a lot of similarities between here and Alaska. It's pretty good. I don't know if you can see that sign there, but it says, that blue sign, Shire of Esperance. So we are nearly there. Probably another hour and a half, just about 30 minutes into our ride, but it's a beautiful, beautiful it's all about. Esperance, white sandy beaches, beautiful views. Reminds me a lot of some of our places around Newcastle. I'm gonna go explore a bit today and see what I can see. But welcome to Esperance, Jewel of the South. Here we are at another interesting area of Esperance. This is the Pink Lake. That is no longer pink. I guess at different stages in its life it has been pink, but today it's not, and it hasn't been for some time. But nonetheless, it is beautiful. It's almost white. And on the way here, I actually saw a couple of little lakes that were white, and it looked like they had a tremendous amount of salt buildup around them. So I'm not sure if that's what's happening here, but certainly a beautiful area. And if you are in Esperance, one of the areas that you probably need to come see. So just did some reading, and it's true, the higher concentration of salt content and lower water levels and high temperatures all contribute to its pink hue, and it just hasn't had that combination of stuff going on, and so it is not pink at the moment. There you go. There's Rob's teaching moment. Of my day here in Esperance, and I just wanted to wrap up today's festivities by saying, wow, Esperance is a beautiful place, surrounded by white sand beaches and beautiful, well laid out foreshore and parks. I rode around about a 15-kilometer ocean drive, which was amazing. There's a pink lake here that's not pink, but white. It's so beautiful. And so yeah, lots of wonderful things today. Just really impressed by the beauty here. But I did read, and I took a picture of the pier, read a bit of a post down by the pier that said that the Aboriginal people were not, evidently there was, back in the 20s, there was a drought in Eucla, Norseman area, which are areas I just came from. I can for sure see that there would be a drought there at different times. And a lot of the Aboriginal people migrated to the Esperance area, and the town council basically back in the 20s and 30s made a law saying that they had to settle outside of the city limits, and they couldn't be in Esperance after sunset. And I read a real touching letter from a child who remembered growing up with those laws in place, and remembering a time that he had come down to play on the old wooden pier and stayed too late, and the sun had set, and he and his, I think, siblings and his father, who had come to get them, they had to spend the night underneath the pier, covering themselves with seaweed for fear that they would be caught. It just defies imagination how cruel we can be to each other. It just, again, is it any wonder that our minds are so messed up, and we just can't think straight about these things? The world that we live in is, sometimes it is not a good place, and we need to make it better. And the only way I can think to make it better is to the golden rule. The golden rule. Love thy neighbor as thyself. In other words, treat each other as you would want to be treated. If we all did that, man, this place would be so much better, and our minds would be so much more settled and really the way it ought to be. So that's my encouragement to you, is to start practicing the golden rule. Love those people, even though sometimes people are unlovable. Love them anyway, and treat them better, and treat them like you would like to be treated. In the hate, in the disappointment, let's be better than that. Let's really improve ourselves a little bit, and that will improve our mental health. Hey, if you haven't given towards Movember, there's donate QR codes. Make sure that you're donating to the cause. It's a good cause, men's mental health, and we can be better. So thank you for watching today's video, and we will see you in the next video.